Say hi. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor, and here on this channel we talk about fiber arts and books. Today is a book video. I have been slowly purchasing some books, and then I went to Books A Million with my roommate earlier this week and got a lot of books, so I want to show them to you. If you like this kind of video and you want to see more from me, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get started. So this is over kind of like three separate trips, I guess. I'm gonna start with the one that I just got on its own. I went thrifting a couple weeks ago and I found a copy of Crown of Midnight, which is, depending on what order you read Throne of Glass in, it's either the second or the third book. I think I am gonna start with Assassin's Blade. This is one of the older covers. It matches my copy of Throne of Glass because I have one of the older covers. But if you look at this, if you know Game of Thrones, like, I think this is supposed to be the main character, Celaena, but she kind of looks like a White Walker. And I don't love it. I don't like it, but the new covers are pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't even read Throne of Glass or Assassin's Blade yet, so. But I knew I was going to want this, so. Next is a small trip to Barnes & Noble that me and my roommate went on when we went to Rochester to visit one of our friends on our little Thanksgiving road trip. The first book is The Library of the Unwritten by A.J. Hackwith. This is about a library in hell. It's like a neutral space in hell where everyone who has like an unfinished book resides, and basically one of their characters gets out. It's all about that. I just thought this was really cool, interesting, gave like dark academia vibes, but kind of straying from the traditional like murder and mystery and stuff. So I'm really excited to read this one. And then the other two are definitely books that I knew I was going to get. So I got Bunny by Mona Awad. I've wanted this book for so long, but they didn't have it at the Books A Million here, and I just like never thought about hopping into the Barnes & Noble when I lived in Sioux Falls and getting it. I've been checking it out of the library for like a couple years now. I want to read this book, and it's not that I DNF it because I'm bored. It's just, I don't know, I just haven't yet. So I was like, let me just buy it, then I don't have to wait, because it's pretty popular, so it has like a long wait time at the library. So got that. This is about a girl who wants to be a part of like the in crowd at her college, and these girls call themselves like the bunnies, or like, oh my gosh, hi bunny, that sort of stuff. And I'm not exactly sure what happens next. It's very much like a going in mostly blind, but I've read like 40-50 pages of this. And then the next one is Assassin's Blade. I like, what is it? Destiny and Sidwell and Sarah Caroli here on YouTube, and both of them read Throne of Glass within this past year, and so I was like, oh, I should read it, and they both stand by reading the Assassin's Blade first. So I'm gonna start with that. And like Sarah J. Maas books are super popular, so I can't always find them at my library, or like there are long wait times. And so sometimes it's just nice to just have the book, and whenever I'm ready, I'll pick it up. And then this next pile of books I got at Books A Million this past week. I'm not sure why, I just like wanted to go to the bookstore and buy books, which I wouldn't say that I get that feeling often, especially because I am just a library dweller. I love using my Libby app, I love going to the library, but I was just like, I want to go to the bookstore, I want to buy books. So I bought 7 books. Okay, let's start with the biggest one down here. This is Runes Illustrated and How to Read Them by Rachel Newcomb. one thing I guess I haven't talked about too much on this channel, I love reading tarot, and I also have a set of runestones that I would love to learn how to read. I like Norse mythology a lot. I am like Scandinavian and all that sort of stuff. And this book is just like beautiful. It has just these awesome artworks from wherever, I don't know yet because I haven't read it. But, and then it also, it tells you like how to read runestones. Because, what is it? Tarot is very like straightforward, like each card has a very set meaning. Whereas runestones, yes, they have meaning, but I feel like it's more open to interpretation. So there's like a page for each one. And there's like 26 runestones and stuff. So yeah, I got that one. This one, they also had like one for tarot and other different like spirituality type stuff. So I don't know. It's really big and it's just beautiful. Maybe I will get the tarot one, but I'm not quite positive that I want that one yet. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Next one, I got The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I know that I want to read this book. I see it everywhere. I've heard such good things about it. Even from reading the back, I don't know what it's about. Basically, on this little snippet right here, it introduces 3 characters. They're all women, which is pretty cool in like a fantasy novel. And then the final little snippet is, meanwhile, the divided East and West refuse to parley, and forces of chaos are rising from their sleep. I was like, what? So, the prequel to this book came out, and I was really drawn in by the cover art. And I was like, well, I have to read The Priory of the Orange Tree before I read the prequel, because this probably sets up everything, you know, like the world and the politics and the people and stuff. And you'd think this book would be 1,000 pages. It's actually under 800. The margins are just huge on this book. So, I don't know. This would have to be a reading vlog in and of itself, because I don't know how long this would take me. Obviously, it would depend on like how like into it I get. But next is Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. I heard somewhere that Suzanne Collins was really inspired by this book and put elements of it into like her Hunger Games books. And from reading the back, I definitely understand that. Like if you know in the first book where they talk about all of the scientific mutations and stuff that they do to humans, especially like the tributes after they have passed in the games. So basically it's like people are, I think that's why they have like a person with a gear head on here. But yeah, so that one, this one's so short, like I think this is under 200 pages. And I do want to read, what is it, 1984. I've had a copy of that for forever and I've heard nothing but good things about it. So I need to get on that as well. 259, yeah, it's a short little guy. Next one, my first Emily Henry book, beach read. Excuse me, I've mentioned before that I don't really purchase romance books, but I've heard that Emily Henry books really like toe the line between like romance and like maybe more literary fiction, because it's a lot of like slice of life. It's way more than just like 2 people meeting and falling in love. So, I really didn't know if I wanted to purchase this book like that day, because I was like, well, it's the middle of winter, like Christmas is just a couple days away, like do I really want to get a book called Beach Read? And then I was looking at the other selection of Emily Henry books, and like a lot of her books are very like summer coded. Because what else is it? Happy Place is like about a summer vacation, and People We Meet on Vacation, and so Book Lovers is the other one, but they only had a hardcover version. I'm not a big hardcover person, so yeah, this is just about 2 people who are authors. They're in a writing rut. They have really bad writer's block, and so I think they're neighbors at like these different beach houses for summer, and they decide to like write each other's genre, and they fall in love. So I'm excited about this one. I'm excited about all of them, I guess. Next is Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. This is, so the order that I'll be reading them in is Assassin's Blade, Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire. And I wouldn't have purchased this one, but it was, I think it's because it has like a few imperfections on it. It was bargain price, so instead of like 20, it was only 10. Like, I really like to thrift my books, and one thing I love about Books A Million is they have so many good bargain books, and it's not even, you know how at Barnes & Noble, like, some of the bargain books, you're like, oh, you know, like, they have an entire bargain book section at Books A Million, and it's like books you'd want to read, or like ones that maybe you've been eyeing, and they just like kind of go on a super sale. So like, that's pretty cool, so that's why I picked this one up. And then I just have it. So that's like 4 books in the Throne of Glass series that I'm just like, I need to read it. Who knows? But I have 2 library books right now, and I swear, like, afterwards I'm just gonna be like, no more library. Unless it's like audiobooks for, like, driving and stuff, because I'm gonna be going home for Christmas. But no more library. Just, like, I hate to even say that, because I love the library, but I have so many books, and I want to read them. I'm like, what's the word? My brain just is like, oh, I want this, I want this, I want to read this, I want to read this. All right, 2 books left. This Addicted to You by Krista and Rebecca Ritchie. I've heard that this is like, it's really interesting when I feel like if I go into a book and I'm like, oh, toxic, yes, I can like enjoy it. But if I read a romance novel and it like, I don't know that it's toxic, I'm like, oh, I feel like I can't fully like get into the headspace to enjoy this. So like on the back, it's basically about 2 people who have, they're like, I guess in a fake relationship, and like she has her vices, and like his is he's an alcoholic, I believe. So just like their relationship, and apparently this is a whole series, but I just thought, you know, it might be kind of fun. And then going with the trend of buying more books in a series that I haven't even started yet, Jessa Hastings' Daisy Hates. So I don't know what it is, I just like have this premonition that I'm going to like these books. So I have Magnolia Parks, here's Daisy Hates. I don't know, I'm really excited to read this. I don't know if it's like you have to read Magnolia Parks first, but I will. But yeah, not too much. This one follows Daisy Hates, her older brother Julian Hates, and then Christian Hemes, which is Daisy Hates' boyfriend. So those are all the books that I have purchased over the past couple of weeks. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books, or if you're going to add any to your TBR. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It really does help. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!